Okay folks, we're back with a new video addressing the large amount of speculation and myth perpetuated by a few people on the internet, primarily Mr. Stezlecki, I think from Massachusetts, known as Stez. In this video we'll just stick to the false claim that the motor magnets in a G-jet produce hardly any downforce, and we will disprove that myth. Regarding the rest of his statements about me, I won't even dignify them. Just to say that he needs to learn to check some facts and not resort to mindless yellow journalism when he knows absolutely nothing about what he is talking about. So anyway, let's get on with this. First we'll turn on this electronic gram scale, available on eBay for, I don't know what they are now, maybe $15 or so, probably less. The purpose of this cap, this is a vitamin cap, went to a darker one for less glare. You want to raise a car up off of the platform because there is some steel underneath. And as you'll see, this reading right now, 18.6 grams, is not the actual weight of the car. If we put the plastic cap on here and we hit tear to zero it, put the car back, you'll see it's only 14.5 grams. And these are just the G13 magnets, so if you're trying to weigh a car with stronger magnets, it's even more of a problem, more of an issue. Anyway, we first tested two just old G Plus cars, just picked at random, literally, with no pickup shoes on it, just the spec 350 front and 450 rear tires, and removed the rear magnets, of course, and found that we had an overall attraction from the motor magnets of more than 28 grams. Now I felt that given a better pair of motor magnets, which I pulled out of some selected ones this morning that I still have, and putting them in a chassis and just reaming the front axle to the limit of 0.52, which is in the rules, we'll see what we have, because I suspected with a good set of magnets it would be really the downforce would be double, twice the amount of the car's weight. So let's see what we have. I added some more weights to the roof, so the scale turned off. So the total weight of the car is now 34.1. That, I believe, is twice the weight of the heavier G-Jet. And if we, let's get this in the camera, if we carefully turn this over, you will see the car does stick. I can even move it a little bit before it falls. Okay, so it has slightly more, obviously, than 34 grams, but we'll stick with that conservative number. It's easy to see 34 is 2 times that of the 17 grams. So really what we've got is a 200% increase in the overall downforce. If we add it, 17 grams plus the additional 34 grams, really more, we get an effective weight of 51 grams of total weight, total downforce for the car. And if you can see, I mean, these motor magnets are flush with the chassis. There certainly are some that will hang below the chassis, and if this is not a worn out axle, this is an 060 axle, the chassis has not been reamed. So if you try and have a tire spec for a class, any class, people will start, and they have, start to play games, you know, turning down their axles, reaming the holes, and people have been caught doing this. It's no big secret. In order to get the motor magnets closer to the rails. because obviously the closer you get them, the more downforce you will have. So if at this high ride height it's producing that much downforce, you know, the guy that gets his magnets lower by whatever means, and here again, you see I can shake it a bit before it falls. So it wasn't very difficult to get to the point where you've got a 200% increase over the car's actual weight as far as the effective downforce. And I invite anyone to do this with their own car. It's very easily duplicated. I believe the tire sizes are essentially the same for a G Plus or a G Jet. If I'm wrong, I don't think they're off by very much. And these again are hard tires. With a softer tire, you'll get an even bigger increase. So that pretty much blows away the misleading information. I mean, it's beyond disingenuous for any person to say that these ceramic motor magnets hardly produce any downforce. It's simply deceitful, and it's a shame that people will just repeat what is told to them without verifying anything, and just to try and con other people and promote their agenda. But you can see it's the same body we had, with a bunch of weights taped to inside, and then with a little better motor magnet taped 4 more traction weights to the outside of the body. I mean, it's just a very simple test. And once again, it's just over 34 grams. So the actual traction, maybe we've got 36 grams here. It's hard to say, so we just stay with the conservative figure. And again, this is just a standard adapter track from the original Aurora to the Tomy track stock, and these are not high rails by any means. These are pretty low rails. So if you want to track with higher rails, the effect is even more dramatic. So I think that's about it for this test. And again, I invite anyone to do their own, and you will see that anyone that's been claiming that these motor magnets hardly have an effect is just, you know, I don't know what to say. It's just completely false, you know, completely deceitful. Or you could call it something else. I guess you could call it just ignorance or stupidity or whatever, but it's simply not true. So until next time, that's all for now.